let's talk about the Tyson Fury. The gentleman from Great Britain, the greatest heavyweight boxer that we have now. You did some work for him. Tell us about that.
I'm sad. I can't talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it until he says he's going to compete again. Until he comes out of retirement, I don't want to talk about it. So I'm playing. I'll talk about it.
You think he was kidding when he said that?
I don't know, because one thing I like about him, there's a lot of things I love about Tyson Fury. When this guy walks in the room, you just know that the champ is here. The lights get a little bit brighter, and he just brightens everybody's day, and he takes his time with everyone. Even though he has the weigh-ins going on, he'll still stay there do every autograph, take every picture. He just always acts like he's on borrowed time. And I think he's just really appreciative of the life that's been left to him, because not a lot of people know this, but he was in a pretty bad place before he returned to boxing after he won the lineal championship. And, it was pretty scary there, where he didn't know if he was going to survive due to drug issues and stuff like that. So he's always just has this aura of being on borrowed time. Now, I forgot your question. What was your question?
You answered it, but I want to
get so excited when I talk about Tyson Fury. That's
is there with Francis Ngannou, and you do work with him. Talk about these global superstar athletes.
Right. Yeah. So I remember what you're asking. You were asking me do I think he's going to retire? Basically, what I was getting at is that dude loves to box. So even when he's not in camp, he's still in the gym, getting sparring sessions in all the time. And it's nothing uncommon to hear heavyweights from all over the place saying hey, I just got in work with Tyson Fury. So, maybe he's done with the challengers that are there in the heavyweight division, because it looks like Anthony Joshua is going to be tied up, and the other gentleman, I forget his name, Usyk, maybe there's not an interest there in competing with him. So maybe he's going to find another way to compete with just doing fun fights like this one that they're proposing with Francis Ngannou. Now, a lot of people ask me, do I think this one is going to happen? What I'll say is that both gentlemen are very motivated, and Francis appears to be doing everything in that direction of gaining his independence contractually to do what he wants. So it's going to be interesting to see how his situation works out with the UFC, because I'm sure they're not going to let that happen without if they don't want it to. So there's going to have to be a battle there for Francis to get his independence, but both of the fighters are motivated. I know this.
I think it's awesome that your firm, has been able to come to a level to work with these the global phenomenons. Now talk about that work, maybe more specifically with Tyson, and work with his people and being that global superstar. Talk to us about that specific work.
Well, a while ago, I wanted to be a tax attorney when I was going to come out of law school, and I called up a tax attorney and I said, well, how did you do this? And what he said was, I didn't take any other cases. So that's how we kind of got here, is that we just, specifically me, I don't really take other cases. I do sports related immigration, and then coming in law school in Cleveland and managing athletes and helping with the North American Allied Fight Series that brought us Jessica Ai, Brian Rogers, Stipe Miocic, Cody Garbrandt. Just got a genuine passion for the sport. So when you bring in the passion, you have the business development piece, the relationships, then also turn down everything else. If you keep doing the best job, these opportunities will find you. Now, I do the visas for Top Rank Boxing, which is the home of a lot of the best boxers in the world. And as Tyson is an athlete of Top Rank, that's how we got into the relationship to get this great opportunity to get him on his second visa. He already had a visa before we got there, and there was a little bit of an issue with that. So we were able to provide some expertise.
So how many fights did y'all help him with? Just general ballpark.
I think we came in at around 2001, 2021. So maybe 2000, like late 2020. This is where we came in and we switched him from the P1 to the O1, which is more appropriate since he does so many things, he might be wrestling in the WWE, he might be popping up in a movie, and he also has a lot of other businesses, ideas that he's looking to get into and take advantage of. So being that he's a champion, I always feel that it's appropriate for champions to have O1 visas as opposed to P1, so they can fully take advantage of all the work authorization that's available to them and make money out the ring. He's a champ.
All right, so you're saying you are looking forward to working with him in any capacity that he so feel chooses as he wants to come back to the United States to do whatever.
No, it's not. I only stay in my lane. That's what I mean. I didn't say that at all. I said I did sports immigration, and you're over here asking me if I want to do everything. I do want to spar with him. So if he wants to go get it in and he wants to learn a few things, I am happy to go to Crump and we can have a sparring session so I can show him the holes in his game. Tyson, I got you. I'm not going to have you out here looking crazy. So I'm just playing. I'm clearly just playing.
Just for the general audience or the prospective clients, you said you chose a specific visa for him for the type of nature of his status as a superstar boxer. Talk a little bit about the possible visas that he could have pursued as being a client that you work with.
Right. So when we're dealing with athletes, we're always usually dealing with the P1 for internationally recognized athletes, or we're dealing with the O1, which is foreign nationals with extraordinary abilities. The P1 is just for competing. And that's what most athletes are on because like anybody that's an athlete can use one. There's P1s that are track athletes. If you're drafted in the NBA, they get you a P1 visa. If you're drafted in the NFL, they get you a P1 visa. Because when you're at that level, they're pretty straightforward. But as I say, they come with limited functionality. That's why when we have champs and high-level athletes, we often advocate to put them on the O1, so that way they can make more revenue and have more flexibility when it comes to pursuing different type of activities.
All right. So you heard it there first, folks. So you know what the services he provides, and so we're looking forward to seeing what Tyson Fury has in his future. He had a great bout recently, and so we love working with the gentleman across the pond.
The gentleman across the pond. All right, y'all have a good one. You know where to get your sports immigration expertise. Sherrod Sports Visas.